Hello again, my loyal and faithful followers. Good afternoon, ma'am. And for today's video, this is Ivan Anthony A. Adaro in another segment of G15 Ivan's Journey. So, guys, if you haven't checked out my first video, I recommend that you watch it first. But for today's video, I will be doing another vlog reaction in this YouTube video that I just watched. So, guys, I have a question for you. Who among you here likes shoes? Write it down in the comment below what your favorite shoe is. So for me, I personally like shoes, like the shoes I wear every day. It's so amazing. In fact, I am wearing a shoe right now as I are outside filming this video. My favorite shoe brand is Adidas. And have you ever wondered what really makes up our shoes? Does our shoe just come from those machines? Does our shoe have materials that are eco-friendly? Though these brand names, how do they make their shoes? Have you ever wondered those questions? Because I personally have wondered about those questions as well. Like seeing right now, like this shoe for example. This is my favorite shoe. In fact, it is Adidas actually. And have you wondered what really are the materials used in the shoes? Is the production or the process of making these shoes okay? Are they eco-friendly? Do they generate jobs for our fellow people? Do they give back to the environment? All those questions will be answered today. So in the video I watched, it was in fact about worldwide waste. Like, can you imagine that we humans produce lots of waste every day, and all this waste just end up in landfills, and once they're in landfills they end up being burned, they end up being incinerated, they end up contaminating other trashes which can contribute to the pollution of our land, air, and even our waters when they flow down to the seas, which can also harm marine life. And that is not the world that we want to live in, right? Like, we don't want to live in a world where pollution kills or poisons the environment. We want to live in a world where the environment is sustained and taken care of. And that was what I have seen in the YouTube videos. So of all the 16 stories and 16 technologies and innovations I've watched, one particular story caught my eye, and it is, drumroll please, about shoes. The shoes that I've shown you earlier. More specifically, how Adidas, Asics, and other shoemaker dealers go about with waste. So in this video, we will be learning about that. So guys, do you know that our shoes are made up of at least 40 different types of materials? Yes, that is true. This includes plastics, rubber, foam, other accessories that bring beauty into it. But one common factor that all shoes has is that it has a glue that binds it together. This glue is the reason why our shoes are super durable, but it also is the reason why it makes it harder for shoes to be recycled. So if that is the problem, what is the solution? Did you know that in Netherlands there is a company called Fast Feet Grinded in which they actually recycle footwear? Yes, that is true. This company was founded by Danny and Irma, in which they get shoes from the Dutch military, from shoe manufacturers, from shoe stores and shoe collections, and that's where they separate these shoes and they put it in a machine which he uses heat and friction. So this machine uses heat in order to melt the glue which binds the shoe together, and they use the friction in order to separate the materials into the different types. So usually the end products are rubbers, foam, metals, in which they will be now used as materials for the old shoes. So I really find this technology compelling because it's amazing how you can actually make shoes out of old shoes, and the technology based on the company has already proven that it is effective. Fast Feet Grinded has also made collaborations with the shoe company Asics, which also have the vision to make shoes out of recyclable materials as well. Their manager, Ron, Ronnie Miltenberg, in fact, has already collaborated with them, and they are working hand in hand to make not just this project a cool project, but rather a project that will last for long and a project that can really create a positive impact on the environment. Among the list of technologies and companies as well that has found it to be compelling for me is Adidas as well, my favorite shoe brand, because Adidas also creates shoes out of plastics that are often ended up in beaches. And these plastics are gone through a machine in which this plastic will eventually turn into fibers, and these fibers into polyester and into fabric which will be used in the shoes. And that is in fact beneficial to the environment because think of it, those plastic waste that end up in the seas are repurposed and also used into the production of shoes, thereby creating a circular economy in which it also saves the environment. Going back to the topic in hand, who do you think will benefit most in this project? First and foremost, I believe that it is the environment and environmentalists out there that can benefit most from this project. This company ensures that there is proper manufacturing, proper production of these shoes in which they also tap into saving the environment. This will greatly reduce the number of waste that end up in the seas and landfills, thereby contributing to the betterment of the environment by reducing land pollution and water pollution. Another beneficiaries are consumers, shoe manufacturers, and retailers who are environmentally conscious. Through this ways, they are able to contribute to the environment while at the same time doing and purchasing things that they like. Purchasing shoes that are environmentally friendly, creating shoes that are up to standards in terms of recycling, and as well as retailers who are able to ensure that they get shoes that are clean and uncontaminated. Governments who are also living in areas in which the environment are deteriorating can also be benefited from this company and projects. Because, like again, through this company and through this technology, the waste that are ending up in landfills and waters and seas are greatly reduced. It's amazing how scientists, entrepreneurs, and business people are able to come up with these ideas. In fact, this technology really compelled me because it hits a lot of sustainable development goals. One of which is SDG 9, which is about industry, innovation, and infrastructures. Through this technology, science is continually on the go as technologies, machineries, and productions are improved and innovated. This is directly related to SDG number 8, in which decent work and economic growth is possible. Through this technology and productions, people can be part of the making of this technology and productions happen so that people will have more jobs. And when there are more people who have jobs, this can contribute to the economic growth of the country and can also improve life. Another sustainable development goal that is being hit by this technology is responsible consumption and production. So it has been earlier repeated on that this technology has a really good production as it is eco-friendly. Another thing is that consumers are able to consume products that are environmentally friendly as well, so that those shoe waste products that ends up in the seas or landfills are being recycled and put into everyday use, which can in turn save the environment and can also enhance the recycling practices of the people as a whole. Another SDG that is being targeted here is the climate action, because this is an environmental friendly approach, and through this we are able to fight off pollution, carbon emissions, all of which can harm the environment. This can also improve the life on land and life on water, which are SDG 15 and 14 respectively. economically because there are lesser pollution on the land brought about by waste that ends up in landfill, and there is also lesser waste that ends up in the sea because of irresponsible and poor recycling practices. And all this turn when there are good environment, there are good water, there is clean sanitation, and there's good life in land, this can lead to good health and good well-being, especially for the people who lives in this planet. That includes us. And then finally, we have SDG 17, which are partnerships for the goals. Partnerships for the goals because through this project, there can be collaborations among stakeholders that go about this project. So, speaking about stakeholders, who are the stakeholders of this fast feed grinded project? As I mentioned earlier, this project or company was founded by Danny Pormes and his wife Irma Pormes, who actually were the couple who thought about recycling shoes and turning them into new shoes. So I have already mentioned that they work in collaboration with ASICS, in which they are collaborating closely with Romy Mervington, as well as with the Adidas company, in which both of them have the vision to also make use of recyclable materials in the production of shoes. Another stakeholder for this is the Dutch military and Dutch government, in which they are also one of the top contributors of shoes to the company. Another stakeholder are the shoe collection stores, the shoe manufacturers who provide shoes as well. Another are the engineers, manufacturers, and workers who use science to create the technologies that happen and to operate the machineries to produce those shoes. Another are the environmentalists who also promotes this recycling practices act and see to it that this project is made known to the public. And finally, us entrepreneurs and consumers, as we go about this project, we purchase their stuff, we learn about their stuff, and do our parts as responsible consumers. And finally, being part of this growth and contributing ideas towards promoting more circular economy, in which we take what could have been thrown away or what could have been ended up in landfills or in the seas and turn it into something beautiful. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have learned something amazing about these technologies. I hope that you also will bring it upon yourself to use your critical mind and to contribute something good to the environment and to the economic growth of our country as a whole. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.